Good morning. I'd like to wish all you mothers and grandmothers and aunts and wonderful women here today a happy Mother's Day. I have a couple of announcements. This one comes from Barry Mannell. Your Macmillan orders will be ready to be picked up here in the church on Thursday. Come after lunch, he's requested. Also, there'll be a CL&W meeting Thursday night here at the church. So if you're on that committee, make sure you come out, and we have a lot of things to discuss and fun things coming up this summer. Just note, the meeting was noted to start at 6:30. We have the kids in the wood shop, so we're pumping it back till 7. But Thursday night, 7 o'clock, here for CL&W. We have a couple of announcements.
Good morning. We usually get here at 9:30 in the morning to do all the technical checks, and about 10 minutes ago something went wrong. There will not be any slides today, so we're going to go back to the way it was several years ago, and we'll have to refer to our hymnaries, etc., all the way through, Frank. So I apologize for that, but can't figure out the problem right now. On the other hand, I have a piece of good news. How many of you have ever heard the expression, love is something, if you give it away, you end up having more? Just put your hands up if you've heard that before. What's a song? Well, go back a year ago, and because of the love of this congregation, we gave $1,000 to Presbytery to bring in a refugee family, as did many of the churches, if not all of the churches, throughout Presbytery, right, Frank? Well, yesterday, Frank called me, or the day before, Frank called me and said Presbytery has finished their commitment to the refugee family. They've closed out their account, and they sent us a check for $5,000, which was money they had left over from their account. So we gave $1,000, we got $5,000 back, and I think that's how love works. So this may not work, but other things do. And the other thing, speaking about the refugee family, I've had a lot of people ask me what do they need when they come in, and we don't know when we're coming in yet, but I am going to try to put a list on the website of all the items we need, rather than you calling me, because I don't know. The list is being kept by the people over at the Mennonite Church. So I'll try to put a list on there so you can take a look to say, well, I have one of those, and so on. Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. At our last board meeting, we discussed the urgent need to find ways to reduce our growing deficit. If you look at today's church bulletin, we're $20,000 in the red. So one of the things we talked about was setting up a fundraising team, which we have done. Barb Brookbanks and myself are leading that team. So today we're reaching out to our church family for help. We need your ideas, and we would welcome anything you can come up with in the way of fundraising, and we'll be happy to listen to what you have to say and bring it to the board and decide whether or not we should move forward on this. Barb and I will be available downstairs today at our social hour, and if anybody would like to come forward and talk to us, that would be wonderful. We're also available to call at home, and we have open ears and welcome your ideas, and I know that together we can beat this challenge and we can meet this challenge. So thank you, and again, happy Mother's Day.
Before I get started, I just want to let people know that Wednesday is pie making day. We're making rhubarb. Hope to see all of you out. Now, in light of Gail's announcement, today begins our drive to being debt-free. That's right, debt-free. Toonie by toonie on Tuesday, each Tuesday. It's the first step to financial freedom. We can all read the bulletin showing the $20,000 deficit through April in our operating budget. We have 2 presbytery loans, and before the loan and the roof loan, so we need to get started. We raised $1,500 in the Family Feud night, and this, what we're doing now, is the next step. What we're asking is that everyone accept a Tuesday toonie card. And every Tuesday, you take your toonie and you tape it on. And in 5 weeks, you'll have the card full, and you deposit it in the collection plate, and then you pick up a new card at the back of the church. And we're asking to do that for 1 year. If you take part for 1 year, you will add $104 to your givings to the church, and the church, if 100 people take part, will raise $10,400. Pretty easy way. It's like Tuesdays I won't be having coffee at Timmy's because my toonie, instead of at Timmy's, will go on my toonie card. Pretty simple way. Hope everyone will accept a card. If you're interested, if you'll raise your hand at this time, and the ushers will come and give you your toonie card. Watch our deficit go down, watch the roof go on, and await our next event.